Oneness, truth, peace, love, divinity, feeling our essence, feeling our knowingness that God is grace within us, God is the truth within us, God is peace within us. So everything's opening up, everything's expanding, everything's alive, everything's free, everything's conscious, everything's becoming us as us, in us, the truth of us, the feeling of us, the quality of knowingness within us. This is us, this is our oneness, this is our truth, this is our grace, this is our peace, this is our divinity. So going through this experience of love, this deep experience of love, this deep experience of oneness, this deep experience of quantifying, qualifying, knowing, seeing, receiving, giving. So what is this feeling, right? What is this feeling? So this energy of grace that is coming through this particular body at this time, this awakeness, this awareness, this truth, this beingness, what is it? What is the kindness? What is the love? What is the truth? What is the grace? How does it feel? How does it feel? Is it awake? Is it alive? Is it clear? Is there a clarity in this truth? Is there a clarity in this expression? Is there something within us that wants to be seen, that wants to be heard, that wants to be felt, that wants to be known? The quality of grace within us, the quality of truth within us, the quality of knowing God's grace, knowing God's love, knowing God's divinity. So this is the essence of me as a being, me as a consciousness, me as a divine expression of light. Coming into this space now, I'm becoming me. I'm becoming more me than I've ever been. I'm becoming more essence than I've ever been. I'm becoming more truth than I've ever been. I'm becoming more expansive and expressive than I've ever been. So there's this deep oneness in me that wants to be expressed. There's this deep knowingness within me that wants to be heard. There's this deep aliveness in me, this electric feeling of light that wants to be expressed in the world. So we're going to go back to the beginning of this expression of grace for us, because as we're experiencing, as we're expressing, as we're truthfully receiving and giving, we want to give a little bit of a background about our experience, about our awakening, right? About our feeling of grace within us. So I was received into this earth plane as a child, right? Within a family. And my grace was my oneness, my truth, my peace, to be known within my family as this just beloved little being of light, right? So my mom used to say, you were so easy, you never cried, I needed an easy baby. She said I needed an easy baby. So I was 5, I was number 5. She had a very difficult birth. She went through a lot of physical pain. And often told me that she almost died at my birth. So she often told me, you were a great baby. I needed an easy baby. So for her, that was an experience of grace. For me, that was an expressionless quality that I took forward in order to make it easy for her. So I went through an expressionless childhood so that I could make it easy for everyone, right? So we're expressing this now from this place of oneness, from this place of grace, from this place of truth, from this place of seeing, from this place of knowing. So then I went on to be me in this Christian world, right? Christian reality, growing up in a church, to know Jesus, to know your inner oneness. No, that wasn't part of the expression. The expression was to make other people happy, particularly in my family, to make my mother happy, always trying to make my mother happy. but expressing grace through my own truth and my own ways. And how did that come about? Well, when I became a teenager, I did drugs. I slept around a lot, and I was trying to find my expression. I was trying to find the love. I was trying to find the grace. I was trying to find something that was a real aspect of me. I was trying to find an expression that was a real aspect of me. And how did I do that? I did that through drugs, through alcohol, through running around with different men, right? Trying to find that expression, trying to find that expression of love. Sleeping with different men for me was a deep expression of discovering love within my being, discovering connection, discovering the effect I could have on other people through love, through this deep expression of love. So what's happening now? What's happening now is that deep expression that I've always wanted, that deep connection that I always looked for, that deep understanding that I wanted with another being is going deeper within my own self, deeper within my own truth, deeper within my own divinity, exploring that depth within myself, to find the relationship of my dreams within my own being, to find that expression of grace within my own being, to see how the effect of loving myself, loving my own divinity, loving my own beingness can be commenced in myself and therefore in the world around me. What am I getting at here? So as I've grown up, as I've lived, as I've experienced, as I've felt, as I've seen, as I've expressed, I can see that the first 51 years of my life were living in this place of exploring connection, exploring grace, exploring truth, exploring what it means to be connected to another being, exploring what it means to not be loved, right? What does it feel like when you're not loved, when you're deeply not loved by the person that you're spending your time with, by the person that you're being with? What does that mean? It takes you into a place of deep energy within your own self. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I? What am I doing here, right? So I've explored those questions so many times throughout life. Why am I here? What am I doing here? What's the purpose? What's the point? Why is this grace within me so expressed in such a painful way, right? And such a, just dealing with so much pain around me. Why has that come to pass? So those were so many of my questions. Why am I in this situation? Why has it come to pass in this way? Why can't I have the things that I need when I need them? Why is my life not opening up in the way that I need my life to be opening up? Why am I so empty? Why is the delusion around me so strong? So in the awakening of the Kundalini in my 20s, I saw that grace was within me. I saw that this expression of truth was within me. I saw that I could see these things and feel these things and experience these things. But how did that affect the world around me? How did that affect my experiences? How did that affect my knowingness? I can see now that it deeply affected my experiences. It deeply affected the world around me. It deeply affected the things I was seeing and doing and knowing. But I wasn't expecting grace to come forth in my life, in the world, in the way that I knew it could. Because grace within me was deeper than the grace around me. That's what I was experiencing. And as I experienced more and more grace within me, it seemed like the things in the world just seemed to crumble around me. So I'd had that experience of, knowing myself deeply, and then I'd walk into my kitchen and I'd have hatred coming towards me, right? Or non-love, or just something that was completely incongruent with what I was experiencing within. So many experiences I've had. I could go through each and every experience, but let's just say they've all been about connection. They've all been about receiving and knowing and constantly allowing an experience of grace to come to me in whatever way that experience wanted to come to me. So I've looked over the past few weeks. I turned 51 on July 19th. I've looked over the past few weeks, what's happening in my body, what's happening in my being, what's happening in the presence of my countenance, what's happening with me, because something's happening. What's happening within me? I'm driven deeper and deeper into my own beingness, into my own truth. I'm being driven deeper and deeper into all of these experiences I've had, all of the things I've seen, all of the things I've known. I'm being driven deeper and deeper into these things we call religion, right? And how much grief has come out of these things we call religion, right? And the experiences of my own pain and how that relates to the experiences of all the pain of all the people everywhere. And are we all related in that pain? Can we all relate in that pain? Do we all still have that experience of pain? Do we all still know that experience of pain? So I go deeper into myself. Each morning I've been going deeper into myself, deepest to the deepest core of my being. And I see these things being exposed as the lies that they are and the untruths that have been given to me. And I see that the grace within me is stronger than anything at this point in time. I see that the grace within me is exploding into the light, into the vessels of my being. So I'm trying to explain what process that I'm going through as I'm going through it. It's an enlightening process. I'm waking up to my true divine self. I'm waking up to the aspect of me that knows who I am, why I'm here, what I'm doing here, and how I've been here up until this point in time. So there's always been this grace within me. There's always been this understanding within me. There's always been a knowing within me. And the grace that I received in my 20s, I've been giving, right? I've been giving this grace. I've been giving this grace. I've been giving this grace because as it is coming through now, it has come through. For many, many years, it's been coming through in this beautiful divine way. But how about that aspect of me that hasn't been receiving the grace? How about that aspect of me that has been kept separate from that grace, that has been kept separate from that truth, that has been kept separate from that divinity? It's gone. There's something within me that's receiving everything now on every level of my being. There's something within me that's receiving everything now from the truth of consciousness into the heart of my beingness. So I'm trying to explain to you where I'm at, because if you know me, if you've seen me, if you've experienced me, if you've received letters from me that say, oh, where's she at? What's she doing? What's going on with her? This is what's going on with me. I'm enlightening now. I'm enlightening to the highest state of my beingness, to my truth, to my energy. I'm a witness to my own grace. I'm a witness to my own divinity. I'm a witness to everything that's happening within me, the depth within me, the truth within me, the excitement of life, right? It's exciting. Life is exciting, and I'm free, and I'm alive, and I'm here, and I'm awakening, and consciousness is within me. So come along with me on this ride, on this trip. Come along with me, see where we go, see where we dive, see what we experience, see how we feel, see how we know, see what life is bringing to us, see what life is giving to us, see how we can accept this energy of grace further and further, deeper and deeper into our beingness, into our truth, into our energy, into our grace. So when I see deep within my being how I came to this earth plane, I came to experience life in these first 51 years. I came to experience life in a very deep way, in a very profound way, so that I could accept that part of my life, so I could accept that part of my being, so I could accept the truth within me as the truth of all things, because all things experience these things that I've experienced in my lifetime. We all experience this energy. We all experience this fear. We all experience this disconnection. We all experience this anger, right? All of these things, we all experience it. I came here to fully experience it. For the first 51 years of my life, I said, I'm going to fully experience it with the grace running through it so that I could see the truth of what was happening in the moment of the happening. But I came to experience it, and I fully experienced it. I fully experienced the grief. I fully experienced the pain. I fully experienced the separation. I fully experienced it. I have fully experienced it. The moments of lying in bed, alone, cold, right? Cold-hearted even. Wanting nothing except to end this misery. I've had that experience, and I've had every experience around that experience. I know what it feels like to be alone. I know what it feels like to be unloved by myself and everyone in my experience. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to have the experience of childhood abuse. I know what it feels like. I do. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to have given myself over to an essence that is not my own over and over and over and over and over again. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. And I know that we've all done these things, and I know we've all experienced these things, and I know we continue to do these things. And guess what? It's just a part of being us in this world as our beautiful, divine, perfect selves. But do you want to go deeper now? Do you want to go more into your truth now? Do you want to experience more of grace now? Do you want to experience more of life now from this energy of grace within our beings? I'm going deep, I'm going deep, I'm going deep. This is my time to be grace, to be received in the light, to be received in the truth, to be received in the divinity. This is my time to awaken, fully awaken to the truth of my being. This is my time to awaken, fully awaken to the acceptance of the truth within myself. This is my time to awaken, fully awaken to everything that I am, ever have been, and ever will be. So if you would like to accept me as that, to know me as that, to receive me as that, I am here with you. I am open with you. I'm alive with you. I'm truthful with you, and I'm loving you. And we are together in this path of grace. We are together in this path of truth, and we are together in this path of divinity. And I seek you, and you seek me within our very cores, of our very essences, of our very beings. We're all together in this. We're all one. We're all truth. We're alive. We're loving, and we are free. So if my actions slightly have seemed incongruent, if my actions have seemed a little insane, if my actions have seemed not aligned with what you think I should be, have been, want me to be, I am coming into this truth now. I'm coming into this beingness now. I'm coming into this oneness now. I'm coming into this absolute security within my being that I am the truth of all things. And we see that together. And we see that in the grace, and we see that in the truth, and we see that in the divinity, and here we are. And we're loving each other, and we're giving each other peace, and we're giving each other grace, and we're giving each other truth. So let's be that together. Let's be oneness, let's be grace, let's be truth, let's be energy. So just a small explanation of where I'm at, what I'm doing, how I'm experiencing, how I'm feeling, and why I'm doing some of the things that I've been doing lately. I love you. You are my grace, you are my truth, you are my peace, you are my divinity. We're in full energy of grace now. Harakaraniya takarashada karatanta rideki papa baba karanata tira shadarana koroda rideke shavakaromoso hirana kaliyata karatana kadaya shavakaromoso hi shavakaranatalia takarashavakaromoto hi ham habakarabotata ridikashada karamoto hi ham habakarabotata rid. I love you, I love you, I love you. We're awake, we're aware, we're kind, we're conscious, we're free, we're truthful, and we are divine in all things. I love you. Koromashiato koroshavakaromoto, Hishavakaramatari at Koroshavakaramate, Hirana Korota Aridiki Koshavakramoto, Harakaramatata Arikarakotakamata Arikishava, Shava 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 Koromasari at Karsha, there it is, Karamasari at Ko, Heshava Shiva 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 Karamasiara Karatan, Halakaratanda, Bayata, Mete. Okay, Nastiato.
Love is all you ever need.